What if one star could bend the rules of fashion, redefine music, and still hold the power to make millions of hearts tremble with a single glance? Would you believe it? Before you scroll past, ask yourself this: is Kim Taehyung of BTS simply an idol? Or is he becoming something far greater? An unstoppable cultural force rewriting the story of global stardom? If this question already sends a chill down your spine, then pause for a second, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Because what you're about to discover about BTS, the man the world calls Taehyung, might shock you in ways you never expected. Kim Taehyung's presence has always been magnetic, but in 2025 his aura feels different, stronger, sharper, more untouchable, yet impossibly human. It's as if he is standing at the intersection of music, art, and fashion, holding the strings of an entire generation's heartbeat and pulling them effortlessly into his orbit. How does one man manage to dominate the stage with his velvet baritone, set fire to runways with his fearless fashion choices, and still look directly into the camera in a way that convinces millions that he's speaking only to them? There is no simple answer, because Taehyung doesn't merely exist as a performer. He exists as an experience. Every appearance he makes, whether it's a red carpet, a casual airport walk, or a simple Instagram post, unfolds like a chapter in an ongoing novel that fans across the globe refuse to put down. He wears clothes, but he doesn't just wear them, he tells stories through them. High fashion houses like Celine, Cartier, and Louis Vuitton are no longer just luxury labels when they meet Taehyung's skin. They become extensions of his personality, transformed by his touch into something more daring, more soulful, more human. Who else could pair bold, oversized silhouettes with delicate jewelry and make it feel like a universal love letter? A balance of strength and vulnerability. Who else could step on stage with a velvet suit and instantly make it trend worldwide within seconds? But fashion alone doesn't explain the spell. Listen to his voice, deep, husky, velvet wrapped in smoke and warmth, and you realize why the world stops when he sings. Songs that could sound ordinary in another's throat become extraordinary in his. Tinged with emotion, so raw it feels like he's placing his own soul in the listener's hands. Taehyung doesn't sing notes. He paints them across the air, layering shades of melancholy, romance, and longing until you're trapped inside his world. Each lyric, whether whispered in his native Korean or caressed into English, carries a weight that fans can feel vibrating in their bones. And here lies the truth: Kim Taehyung isn't just a vocalist. He's a storyteller who uses melody as his ink and silence as his punctuation. Yet, what truly separates him from others is not the fame, the money, or even the art, it's the connection. How many stars can make millions of fans across continents feel seen, cherished, and understood? How many celebrities can step on stage in front of 50,000 people and still manage to make each one believe that the moment belongs only to them? Taehyung does it without trying. His authenticity bleeding through in every laugh, every shy smile, every moment of quiet reflection. His duality, playful yet poetic, mischievous yet philosophical, isn't something constructed by a team of managers. It's who he is. And that sincerity is why fans don't just watch him. They follow him, protect him, worship him. This year, as global eyes remain fixed on his every move, the question grows louder: is Kim Taehyung becoming the face of a new kind of artistry, where the borders between music, fashion, and emotion dissolve into one unbroken stream? When he walks into a room, the atmosphere bends. When he graces a campaign, the sales skyrocket. When he releases a note, timelines freeze. And yet, perhaps the most shocking truth of all is that he still maintains the softness of someone who seems unaware of his own power. He giggles with fans, sends thoughtful messages, shares moments of vulnerability, and in doing so, he closes the gap between the unreachable idol and the friend you dream of knowing. The evolution of Taehyung in 2025 is not just about his external success. It's about witnessing a man step fully into the artistry he was born for. Remember when the world first fell for his soulful eyes and mischievous smile back in BTS's early days? That was only the spark. What burns now is a flame so intense it lights up entire industries. He's not only influencing the music charts but also shifting the very language of fashion and the meaning of celebrity. And if you've ever wondered whether stars can truly align in one human form, the answer stands right in front of you with his signature, boxy smile and unshakable gaze. Perhaps the real shock lies in this. Kim Taehyung is no longer just a member of the world's biggest boy band. He's now the embodiment of a global movement, a reminder that artistry is not about fitting into boxes but about breaking them apart. He doesn't perform for approval. He performs to connect, to move, to leave a trace on the soul. Every heartbeat of his fans is synced with his. Every fashion piece he dons becomes history. Every note he sings rewrites the soundscape of a generation. And in this truth, Taehyung becomes more than a star, he becomes inevitable. As 2025 unfolds, the chapters of Taehyung's artistry read like an epic novel. The boy who once walked into auditions with nervous energy has become a man whose footsteps echo across industries. Yet, even with all the headlines, the magazine covers, and the trending hashtags, there is still an air of mystery about him, a layer of depth that refuses to be fully revealed. That duality, the public brilliance and the private enigma, is what keeps fans and critics equally obsessed. You think you know him, but then he changes again, surprising you, evolving into someone new, leaving the world scrambling to catch up. Consider his presence in fashion. The fashion world is not easily impressed. It is a battlefield of aesthetics, a constant reinvention of the extraordinary. And yet, whenever Taehyung enters the scene, the rules bend. Designers, who normally dictate trends, find themselves inspired by him, adjusting their visions to align with his aura. He's not simply modeling clothes. He is rewriting the very meaning of elegance. Think of the silk scarves draped across his shoulders that turn into global obsessions, the tailored coats that vanish from stores within hours of his appearances, or the delicate jewelry pieces that become symbols of sophistication the moment he wears them. His style carries not just beauty but narrative, a story of vulnerability and power interwoven in fabrics. How many artists can make silence thunder just by walking across a room? And then there is the voice, the velvet instrument that makes even the coldest listener tremble. Taehyung does not just sing. He breathes life into lyrics. When he sings about love, it feels like your own secret has been spoken aloud. When he sings about loss, it feels like he has stolen a fragment of your pain and turned it into something beautiful. This is not performance, it is communion. Music critics often try to analyze the technical aspects of his baritone, but numbers and notes fail to capture the way his voice moves like smoke, curling through your chest, leaving both warmth and ache behind. His vocal performances are not songs. They are confessions delivered to the entire world, yet meant for each individual heart. But perhaps the greatest magic lies not in the runway or the stage, but in the connection he shares with his fans. In an era where celebrity often feels manufactured, Taehyung's sincerity cuts through like sunlight breaking heavy clouds. His laughter, unfiltered and boyish, makes fans feel like they are in the room with him. His quiet reflections, whether in interviews or fleeting social media updates, carry the weight of honesty. He doesn't hide his vulnerabilities. Instead, he invites people into them, turning weakness into strength, distance into intimacy. Is that not the rarest gift of all, to be both untouchable and familiar? A star and a friend at once. In 2025, as solo projects bloom alongside group endeavors, Taehyung's influence grows more complex. Collaborations with musicians across genres prove his versatility. From smoky jazz ballads to modern pop experiments, each project feels like a window into a different fragment of his soul, as though he refuses to be caged within one identity. He's bold enough to step outside expectations, yet wise enough to carry his roots with pride. And here comes the question that lingers in every fan's mind. If he is this powerful already, what will the next decade look like under his reign? His impact is not limited to the stage or the runway. Cultural critics now whisper about the Taehyung effect, a phenomenon where his choices ripple outward into global culture. A necklace he wears becomes the season's must-have accessory. A phrase he utters trends across platforms. A photograph he shares turns into a movement of art recreations by fans worldwide. He's no longer simply consuming culture, he's producing it. dictating its flow, reshaping it with his very existence. And if you think this is an exaggeration, scroll through the countless fan accounts, the think pieces, the artworks, the sold-out collections, and ask yourself, can coincidence really explain this tidal wave? There is also the emotional paradox of his persona, the way he balances grandeur with gentleness. On stage, he commands with a presence so magnetic it feels impossible to look away. Off stage, he exudes warmth, kindness, and sometimes even shy awkwardness. This contrast is not a performance, it is the truth of who he is. And that truth becomes irresistible, for it mirrors the contradictions of our own humanity. We see ourselves in him, the strength, the doubt, the ambition, the vulnerability. That is why his fans don't just admire him, they belong to him. As the years stretch forward, one cannot help but imagine the legacy he is building. Will Taehyung be remembered as the man who redefined idol culture, who bridged the gap between high art and mainstream stardom, who carried Korean artistry to the world stage with both elegance and soul? Or will his legend stretch even further, into something we cannot yet name? Perhaps both are true. What we do know is that his story is not finished, and that each year adds new chapters of wonder and revelation. So when you see his name trending again tomorrow, remember this: it is not just another headline. It is the ongoing chronicle of a man who is reshaping what it means to be an artist, a celebrity, and a human being with influence. And as you sit there reading, perhaps with his music playing softly in the background, ask yourself, are you merely an observer, or are you part of the legend being written in real time? If this story stirs your heart, don't just close the page, share your voice. Comment below, like this piece, and subscribe, because the saga of Kim Taehyung is far from over, and the next revelation may be closer than you think.